Let's now turn to Nigeria, where the country has seen a rise in the cost of food. Conflicts and insecurity are among the reasons behind this increase. The UN says violence in the northeast has forced farmers to flee and leave their fields. As food prices increase, more Nigerians are facing hunger. Tesem Akende reports.
50-year-old ABDULHAMEED MUSA and his household have been cabbage farmers for 30 years now. He says his yields have reduced greatly because of security concerns.
We don't plant as much as we usually do because the kidnappers and insurgents are chasing us away from our ancestral lands. Sometimes we stay away from the farm for 2 to 3 weeks for our own safety.
Musa is one of the many Nigerians living in rural communities who rely on subsistence farming to combat hunger. The United Nations says escalating violence in northern Nigeria is forcing farmers to flee their homes and abandon their fields and sources of income. As a result, prices of food are on the rise across the country. For people in this market, they say this has increased hunger in the land.
Transporting foodstuff from farms to the markets has become a problem because of insecurity.
Seriously, food prices are too high. My family and I are suffering at the moment. We can't seem to afford anything. Seriously.
Analysts say the government needs to improve security across the country to prevent the current situation from getting worse.
I believe the only way government can assist in this situation is to ensure that farmers feel secured. That is to say, farmers are secured such that they can go to their farms and farm freely using the mechanized form of farming. That in turn will have a ripple effect. It will assist the farmers to have boost in production.
The government says it is making an effort to tackle insecurity by deploying more security personnel to troubled areas. It says it will not relent until peace is restored in all the troubled parts of the country. The hope is that these efforts are enough to provide an enabling environment for farmers like Musa to help prevent a food crisis in the country. Tesem Akende, CGTN Jos, Nigeria.
Let's hear more now from OLLO Sib, a senior researcher and assessment and monitoring advisor for the World Food Programme's West and Central Africa Regional Bureau. He's joining us from Dakar in Senegal. Sib, thank you for joining us on Africa Live. Now, we do understand that Nigeria has seen a rise in the cost of food. What is the status of food price increases in Nigeria?
Good afternoon and thank you. I mean, the Nigeria is not just alone, you know, we have an overall increase of food price in our region, West and Central Africa region. And of today, we can see an increase of more than 39% of the price compared to the 5 years average. And we are seeing more and more, you know, part of the region where access to food today is becoming a critical issue for thousands, millions of households because food price has gone up. Of course, various drivers have been identified explaining why food price is going up. And in the case of Nigeria in particular, we have, of course, a very difficult economic situation where the local currency, so the Nigerian naira, fell and have been substantially depreciated. And on top of that, we have seen an escalation of the conflicts in the northern part of Nigeria, with millions of people uprooted, displaced, and we have also seen the conflict with different armed groups taking over different trade routes, controlling the route, increasing the transaction cost, and therefore we have seen food price going up in different markets in the region.
So let's talk about that difficult economic situation in Nigeria. How does the continued rise in prices affect the most vulnerable members of society?
Now, with the COVID, we have seen countries, and in the case of Nigeria, various restrictions are put in place, and we can mention here the fact that internal movement were restricted. We can mention that border where land borders were still or are still closed, and therefore the regular exchanges, the regular trade, right, in this region or in Nigeria has been heavily affected. And even before we get to the COVID, already the Nigerian economic situation was very, very difficult, with the Naira falling and substantially against the US dollar. And many Nigerians has lost their purchasing power, their income, as a result of the inflation in the country, as a result of the different restriction measures taken to control the coronavirus. And then you have now a double effect of price going up, and at the same time, people income really going down. And we have been looking at many farmers in Nigeria living out of mostly livestock, selling goat to buy cereal, selling goat to buy millet. And as of today, they will have to sell 2 goats at least to get 1 bag of maize. And last year, the same time of the year, with 1 bag with 1 goat, those farmers were able to buy 2 or even more bags of rice in the market.
All right, Solo Sib joining us there from Dakar in Senegal. Thank you.